What's up, YouTube? It's Todd Horst here with Tasty Tracker. In 2021, I'm going to start a new challenge. This time I'm starting with $1,000, still going to $10,000. This is episode 1, and I'm just going to show you what you need to do to get started, to follow along. None of this is advice. This is just what I'm going to be doing with my account. So if you choose to follow along, that's your choice. But I wanted to go over sort of the parameters so that you know what this challenge is going to look like and maybe how you can help me out. So first thing to do would be to get all of your brokers set up. So for this challenge, I'm going to be using Robinhood to execute. That differs from the 2020 challenge where I used Tastyworks to do all of my executions. Robinhood is what a lot of new beginners start off using, so it only makes sense to start there. And the next one is Tastyworks. You'll need in order to find the percentage in the money. I use that in all of my positions in combination with a chart. If you don't want to use Tastyworks, you can use Thinkorswim. They both provide that metric. Robinhood does not, so you're going to need one of those two in order to find percentage in the money. I'll go over these tabs in a second. TradingView is where I do most of my charting. Again, you can optionally use Thinkorswim. So if you really just want to get one platform to do it all, Thinkorswim is the place to be. I prefer TradingView a little bit. I've gotten used to that over the years. And so that's where I'll be doing my charting, so you can do that. Nice thing about TradingView is you don't even need an account, so you can just get on and start using it. You will want to sign up for an account because then it will save your trend lines, etc. But anyway, moving on. Twitter is where I'll send out a lot of trade ideas, and hopefully in the short-term future, within the next couple weeks, when I open up a position on the small account, it will automatically tweet that out, and then any subsequent adjustments or exits for that position. Then you're going to want an account on my website, Tasty Tracker, to help track your progress, as well as see the positions that I open up in real time. So what I do is I enter them into Tasty Tracker as soon as they get filled on Robinhood, and then from there it gets pushed over to Twitter. So if you want to get the trade alerts as soon as you can, you'll be on the Tasty Tracker site. Then you go under the alerts tab and you can just refresh the page there to see my positions as well as my community's positions. So that's cool. So just a quick note here, when you're signing up for TD Ameritrade, which is who owns the platform Thinkorswim, you're going to want to request real-time data. You don't need to put any money in, which is great. So you can just open the account. You don't need to request options there since we're not going to be trading there. And then you just go to their support section and request real-time data. That doesn't cost anything either. They'll just enable the feature for you, and then I think you have to log out and log back in. For Tastyworks, all you have to do is sign up, and you would have access to the real-time data and the percentage in the money metric. And Robinhood, obviously you would need to sign up, which is free. If you use my referral link, then we both get a stock. Either way, you'll get a stock, so you don't need to use my referral, but that would obviously help out. Most people already have Robinhood, though, so I would not expect most people to use my referral. That's fine, either way. But you obviously need to have the ability to trade options. And I do have a video on it that just goes over the general process for any broker. So I'll link that in the description, but you may also want to watch a video I'll be making up here shortly that goes over specifically how to do it in Robinhood. The takeaway there is you might need to be a little bit generous with your income, your cash, liquidity, etc., and your trading experience. They need to safeguard themselves, and I'm not recommending that you're careless, but if you don't, if you're not a little bit generous with the numbers, they won't approve you to do option spreads, which is what we do here primarily at Tasty Tracker, me and a bunch of the other people on the site. It's not to say that that's what everyone does, but that's how I will be doing it. I will primarily be selling put spreads. That another word for selling is writing. Occasionally I'll do call spreads. It really depends on the market trend at the moment. But yeah, so you'll want to have options enabled. It's more than level 2 or something like that. It might be level 2 or level 3, where you have the ability to write put spreads. Okay. That's it for this slide. And then just continuation here. I'll post any updates on YouTube in a timely manner. I'm not going to do it as much as I did for the 2020 challenge because it really got exhausting to do a video sometimes 3-4 times a week, especially there at the beginning as I was opening positions. It just got to be too much. So I'll try to do it maybe a wrap-up video that week or every couple trades. Where you should be following me is on my website. They will get the first alert when I open up a position, and then it will flow over to Twitter once I get that connection done. I have that done in the Pro account, which is not required for my site. So I just need to copy that functionality for the small account challenge here. Okay, so what will happen to the 2020 challenge that is technically not complete? I'm just sitting at 9K, a little over 9K for that account. That will finish fine, and I will go to 10,000 like I said I would. Once I do finish, I will be then making that account private to only pro members of my site to see further trades in that account. So I'll continue to trade in that account. I'll continue to give updates on the balance, etc., but it will only be for the pro members. Again, none of that's required to follow the 2021 challenge, and you can catch the tail end of the 2020 challenge. I hope I got all those numbers right. You can catch the tail end of the 2020 challenge just by subscribing to my YouTube and into Tasty Tracker. You'll still see those updates for a couple weeks here until we finish out that challenge. Some of the complaints from 2020 were that I started with about 2,200, and that obviously makes it easier to get started. So this time I'm starting off with 1050. Why 1050? That's what I had sitting in my checking account at the time that I could designate to this. So I just, over the new year, thought, well, I'll just throw that into a new Robinhood account. Because it's a new Robinhood account, I got a series stock for $6.39 is the current value. So you'll see that the only thing here is my account right now shows as $1,000 because that is the instant deposit limit that Robinhood set for me. And so that $50 they said will come in the next, 3 to 5 days, business days. So you will see the account jump up $50 more. I did start with several positions already open, and some of them were even mature last time, and so that obviously gave me a leg up as well. This time I have all cash except for the series stock that Robinhood gave me. Before I was using Tastyworks, which is a great platform. I would recommend it. You should again use the referral link in the description. That's my preferred platform, and to me it's worth the commissions, but realizing that most people starting out, again, use Robinhood, I'm starting there and showing how it can be done there. And so from time to time I'll show me actually executing positions, opening and closing, and so you'll maybe get more comfortable with Robinhood as a platform if you want. If you want to see how to do it in Tastyworks, definitely watch the 2020 challenge. I have all of those videos in a playlist. And doing it on Robinhood will save me about $500 in commissions. So in a sense, that's like I'm starting off with $1,500 in comparison to last time. Obviously, that's not the way it works. Obviously, starting out here with only $1,000 with the type of positions that I take primarily $5 wide spreads, 45 days to expiration, around 40% in the money. That's what I'm aiming for at every single position. Then I adjust from there logically where it makes sense for premium and volatility and the way the stock is charting, etc. So, but that's what I start off with. So as I'm starting off with only $1,000, the likelihood that I will blow up is much, much greater. As time goes on and I get to 2,000 and then 3,000, the odds of me blowing up decrease. I've never blown up an account, but who knows, this might be the first time. No matter what though, whether I do that or not, whether I win or lose this challenge, I will complete it. You will see a final video here on YouTube on this channel saying that this is a failure or this was a success. And then I'll probably do it again for 2022, depending on how long this takes. The 2020 challenge I started in mid to late February. And like I said, I'm almost done. I think it will be done by the 1 year mark. This one I'm starting earlier in the year, so I can truly say this is a 2021 challenge. The difference is starting with a much lower amount, half the amount, means that it's going to take that much longer to start the snowball rolling. So I'm not sure where this will finish. Obviously, I would expect more than a year, since the last one took me a year. I'll be starting a new playlist on YouTube here, and as with everybody on YouTube, if you can like and subscribe, that really helps promote the video. And then if you could also follow me on Twitter, that will increase the exposure that I get there as well. So let's go over the tabs that I have. This is what the Tastyworks platform looks like, and this is the 2020 challenge. Again, we can see I'm sitting right here at 9,300. The market is closed, so take this number with a grain of salt, but it's around 9,000. And so the thing that I really like about Tastyworks is the beta weighted chart up here, the ability to quickly generate a closing order here or an adjustment. And then when you're opening a position, you get this percentage in the money. Okay, so those are the things that I will still be using in Tastyworks when I'm deciding on a position I want. First, I'm going to be starting off over here in TradingView. I'll find a ticker or chart that I can identify with, and I typically use the 20, 50, and 100-day SMA. Then I've got the RSI down here and the MACD. That's all I use, and then from there I draw my own lines as I see fit. So then I'll use that TradingView in combination with a percentage in the money. Then I'll come over here to Robinhood and open up a position. So we can see here the market's closed, but this is great. I can refresh this. Robinhood had absolutely nothing displayed. So stocks, we can see Siri at 639, and then I have no positions open. They will flow in over here. I've got $1,000 in cash ready to go, and again, we'll see $50 come in here very shortly. Okay, so I went over the benefits here of Tastyworks. What you're going to do if you need an account, you can click in the link in the description, and it will take you to here basically, where you would click open an account and fill out these details. Again, you can look at my the video about the getting options approval. I'll have that in the description as well, and that will walk you through, generally speaking, what the questions you'll get asked and what you need to provide. You do need a social security number and those types of things. So that's all Tastyworks. Next, we have TD Ameritrade, where you would open a new account here, and then you'll go to this page. If you have Windows or Mac or even Linux, I've been running Ubuntu recently. It's been working well. But anyway, if you head over to this page, this is where you'll actually find the installer for Thinkorswim. And then next tab here is my here we go. My Twitter, twitter.com/ToddHorst, and I post charts here daily. If we scroll through here, it's mostly charts. I do provide some website updates, etc. But these charts you can might give you some ideas in addition to the small account challenge positions. Okay, next is my website. Right now we've got 1344. So we're growing, still a small site, and it's just me doing the development. So by no means am I any kind of large corporation or anything like that. So let's just log in here. So what you'll see is a small account challenge. Actually, you'll see 2021, but we'll do 2020, for example. And because the new year reset all the stats, we can choose either all or 2020 here to see the stats. You won't see this in your account. This is just my own logs that I've done. So over here I can track the dollar amounts that I've made each month, the account value as it's increased. So we can see here I started in February, and it took until almost June to break the 2,000. Now, of course, we all know Corona put a damper in that, but still the point is I started off with 2K and I immediately was down until June. So, and then it kind of gives you all of these stats on your, of course, for these two, you need to be a pro member. But these two are part of the free. And we can see the tickers that you're most profitable off of. Sedge was my most profitable, Baba my least profitable. And then you get things like your percentage win and loss. So that's great. What you want to do here is go to leads and alerts, and you'll be able to, if you want, you can click on my name. And then you can even further refine that to click on that. And you'll see Small Account Challenge 2020 as the account. And then you'll get all the positions, my opening and closing for that. You can also jump straight to that with a URL, which I'll put in the description as well. Okay, so last thing I said was TradingView. I signed up for an account, which you'll probably want to do. And then it will save your trending that you've drawn on here between sessions so that I can sign in from any computer and see them. I didn't sign into Thinkorswim, and that takes a while to load up. Yeah, let me get that started a while, I guess. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh. 1 second. I'm just realizing that you can't see that window. Window capture. I have to add a source. There we go. You should be able to see my screen now. Okay. So here we have Thinkorswim. And if you go to the trade tab, here we have Best Buy pulled up. What you'll want to do is change the strikes to all. And then you're going to most likely change this to options in Greeks, probability in the money. Okay. Now, like I said, I typically aim for, I'm selling puts, and then I'm aiming for around 40% in the money. So I would, in this instance, sell the 95 and then buy the 90. And then that's the spread that I would get. And that would give me a probability of around 38%. And we can see up here, it's real-time data. If you need to do that, you can just go into, not chat rooms, support here. And then you can get real-time data that way. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's all I have. Like I said, I'll be following up a video here shortly with how to get options approved in your Robinhood account. And again, this challenge is starting off with $10.50. You can very easily start off with $1,000. I'll keep $50 in cash. So hopefully, if you're interested in following this kind of thing, you'll subscribe and you'll have $1,000 extra that you can follow along if you want to. Again, not advice. All right, I'll leave it there and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.